over there in that building is to hold ministers to what has been an implied promise for many, many years. We will stop this trade. And before I hand over to one of the people who's already introduced a bill, she's introduced a flavour of what that legislation might look like. You're about to hear from Teresa Villiers, but I want to pay tribute to Roger Gale, who's also here and has been flying the flag for this and so many other animal welfare issues for many, many years. And he's been great. This campaign.
Has really been an outstanding advocate against this trade and has taken the issue into her own hands, which is of course what we want all members of Parliament to be doing. So please make her very welcome. Teresa.
Thank you. Well, it's good to see so many of you here, but it's a real shame that we still have to be here protesting against the continuation of this cruel and unacceptable trade. And that is why I am working with my colleagues across different parties in Parliament and with all of you to see a ban introduced. It is high time this unnecessary cruelty was brought to an end. And your showing here demonstrates the strength of feeling out there. And as Zach has said, for many years, successive governments have shrugged their shoulders and said, sorry, can't do it, out of our hands, this is an EU matter. Well, they need to take action as soon as they can. As soon as we are permitted to do so by our departure from the European Union, there should be a ban on live exports. Whether it's for slaughter or for fattening, that ban has to come into effect, because that is what the people of this country want, because we will not tolerate this continued cruelty to farm animals. And there are a whole range of issues where we need to go further to protect the welfare of farm animals and discourage the intensive farming methods that not only cause suffering and unnatural conditions for farm animals, but also undermine our quality of the environment and the safety of our food. So for a whole range of reasons, there is work for us to do in that building across the road. I will continue to campaign for the welfare of animals, for continued improvement, and above all, I will be fighting to see, at last, after so many years of campaigning, a complete ban on the live export of animals for slaughter or fattening. Thank you for the support.
Thank you so much. All MPs like the ones we have here today. It's now my very great pleasure to welcome Jo Cambridge. Jo is representing Vets Against Live Exports, and as we said, this issue is not confined to the UK. There are horrible things happening around the world, and particularly so in Australia. I'm sure lots of you have seen the investigations, the news reports about what's happening to animals transported from there. So we're very delighted to welcome Jo. Thank you so much for coming to speak to us, to tell us more about that situation.
I'm not a vet, I'm a research professor here in London, but I'm Australian and I've seen it all first hand. Vets Against Live Export in Australia was set up belatedly in 2011 in response to the public concern about the trade. Today it has 200 vet members. My sister is vice president and her husband is a lawyer for Animals Australia. Australia is the biggest exporter of live animals in the world. At its peak, 7.2 million sheep were exported in 1 year, on the peak for cattle of 1.3 million. Today, there are about 1 million cattle per year and just under 2 million sheep. The cattle are all bred up in the north of Australia and they're exported to Indonesia, Turkey, Egypt, Israel. In 2011, there was a huge outcry about revelations of disgusting practices. I'm sure you know, tendons cut to immobilise the animals, sledgehammers used to smash the animals to death, dismembered while still alive. This was all shown on TV. The main result was that public outrage was the institution of a system where exporters promised to enter agreement that animals would be treated properly. But of course, nothing was done. The government backed off. In fact, a few months ago, the government in Australia is proposing to spend millions of Australian taxpayers' money to build slaughterhouses in Indonesia. And of course, these are not monitored by government authorities, they're just by auditors and exporters. are so many breaches of the rules I haven't got time to go into. The cattle trade, in fact, is being increased by some of the big pastoralists, I won't mention any names, including sending live cattle to China. And one of the other politicians there is